Shabbat Shalom, everybody. That was very nice. Welcome in Shabbat Shalom. If you're joining us remotely, welcome in Shabbat Shalom. Really nice to have everybody here. We'll begin the service formally with lighting candles on page 121 in our Siddur, page 121. You gotta turn the mic on. Up top.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and in our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Together, le'adlik ner shel Shabbat. Good Shabbos again. Page 132, the last 4 lines on the page. Sing loudly. Or zaru ala tzadi, uleishrei lehem simcha. Or zaru ala tzadi, uleishrei lehem simcha. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, vehodu lezecher kodsho. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, vehodu lezecher kodsho. Or zarua l'tzadik, uleishrei lehem simcha. Or zarua l'tzadik, uleishrei lehem simcha. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, vehodu lezecher kodsho. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, vehodu lezecher kodsho. Ay lai lai lai, ay lai lai lai, ay lai 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 lai, ay lai 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 lai. Bottom of page 135. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'har kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'har kodsho. Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'har kodsho. Here we go. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. La 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 la. La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Let's turn ahead to page 138. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Ishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'letzilah Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, hitoreri. Kiva orech kumi ori, 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 shir daveri. Kevod Adonai alayim nigla lecha dodi. Likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. We stand. Boi b'shalom aderet Allah gam b'simcha u'b'tzala toch emunei am segula. Boi kala lecha dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. You can sit down. 141 in the middle. Turn to that page and be ready to sing on that page. But before we sing on that page and read on that page, let's close our eyes and take our mind away from the page, away from being focused on something outside of ourselves, and turn our attention inwards towards our spirit and towards our breath and towards our emotions and our mind, our thoughts. Let's try to quiet our mind and calm our emotions. Find a calm and easy place of equanimity. And breathe our breath into that place. To remember that in this place we're welcome, no matter who you are or why you came here tonight. You're a part of what we're doing and you're welcome here. You should feel at ease and as if it was your home. And you should feel like you can participate and you can sing along with us, whether you know the prayers well or you're just learning them. Set your ego and your embarrassment aside and sing loudly and joyfully and make a joyful noise from deep within. That's what we are meant to do, and that's what the world around us does. All things make noise and movement and participate in the grand orchestra which praises God, and we have our place to sing and make joyful noise too. Good. Turn to 142. And let's greet Shabbat and sing Shalom Aleichem together. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leShalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 144, the Kaddish, and we stand, please. 144. Yitgadal ve'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, Bagala, Bagala, Ubizman Kariv Imeru, Amen. Yeshmei Rabba Mevorach, Leolam Lealmei Almaya, Yidbarach, Yidbarach, Veishtabach, Vidpar, Vidroma, Vidnasei, Vidadar, Vidale, Vidalal, Shemei de Kudesha, Brichu, Liela, Min Kol Birchata, Veshirata, Tush Bechata, Venechemata, Damiran be'alma v'imeru, Amen. Page 146. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Good, you can be seated. Let's read together the English in the middle of page 148. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name, ever-living God. May you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening together. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Umavir yom, umevir laila, umavdil ben yom uben laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu, leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Again together in the English on 150. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu u'ba'em negei yomam v'layla ve'avatecha tasir mimenu le'olamim. Together, Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. We stand for the Shema. Take a couple of really deep breaths. Try to relax any tension you're holding in your shoulders and your neck. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Again from the top. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. You can be seated. Let's turn the page on 154. Let's recite the Hebrew together. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם. Amen. Let's turn ahead to page 158. Let's read together the English in the middle of the page and then sing the Hebrew. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, malchutecha ra'u banecha, בוקע ים לבני משה ומרים, זה עלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני Gal Yisrael. The middle of 160 together. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace, and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, for your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Ushmo hortzeitenu voenu lechaim ulshalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Baruch ata Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Let's sing together on page 162. Let's stand. Did we do the slow one last time? V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat la'asot et haShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Oh, Beini uvein bnei Yisrael ot hilei olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai tashamayim v'et haaretz uvayom asheri Shabbat vayinafal. Together 164. Adonai Svatay Tiftach Yufi Yagi Teilatecha Adonai Svatay Tiftach Yufi Yagi Teilatecha Adonai Svatay Tiftach Yufi Yagi Together on 166. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei hakol V'zocher chasdei avot v'imaot Umevi geula livnei v'neihem Leman shemo bi'ahava Melech ozer u'moshia u'magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah 168 Ata gibor leolam Adonai Mechayei hakol Ata rav lehoshia Mashiv haruach umorid agashem Mechalkel chayim bechesed Mechayei mekol berachamim rabim Somech noflim verofei cholim Umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha bal gevurot, umidom elach melech memit, umechayem, umatzmiach Yeshua. V'ne'eman ata le'achayot hakol Baruch ata Adonai mechayei hakol Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kedoshim b'chol yom Yalelucha Selah. Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. The Amidah continues quietly, page 172 through page 180, where we'll rejoin together in the Hebrew at the bottom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom b'meromav hu yaseh Shalom Aleinu al kol Yisrael ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel ve'imeru Amen. One more time. Oh, say Shalom b'meromav hu yaseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel ve'imeru Amen. Good. You can be seated. Once again, thank you everybody for coming. Let's turn forward in the Siddur to page 371. And turn our attention to those who are in need of healing today, which, as we know, is so many people. We'll say the blessing together, and then we'll pause and allow those who have specific people in mind to include those names in our blessing tonight as we pray for their healing. Mishiberach Avotenu Vimotenu, Avram Yitzchak V'Yakov, Sarah Rivka Rachel V'Leah, Hu Yivarech V'Yirapeh et Kol HaCholim. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill, including
Mark Commissaro, Ann Finkelman, Barbara Freed.
Barbara Freed, Gary Horowitz.
Barbara Freed, Wendy Fine, Ann Finkelman, Phyllis Fox, Susan Eilers, Ron Robinson, Ann Olin, and Carolina Horowitz.
Linda Aaronsaff, Joe Wagner, Sherry Silver, Barbara Frank, Lois and Alan Sorkin, Uvana Thomas, Louise Lyon, Evelyn Sellers.
Eldo Hartz, Feli Bonhawk, Mary D. McBride, Diane Kistner.
Jane Ramey, and Zach Vincent.
Jeannie, you have others?
Tanya Hurst, Bonnie Miller, Lisa Miller, Amy Goldstone, Sandy Tejan, Eddie Young, Robert Whitlock, Barbara Whitlock, Jackie Freeman, Don Freeman, Terry Hurst, Daniel Brito, Linda Jarrett, Mike Gherkin, Paul Jones, Frank Gomez, Roxana Gomez, Nona Alpert, Pamela Isaacs, Daniel Brito, Robert Whitlock, Vicki Whitlock, Barbara Freed, Linda and Stephen Ely, Allison Slaughter, Rebecca Goodman, Robert Whitlock, Tuli Vittner, Rachel Gross, Jonathan Paredes.
May the Holy Blessed One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and of spirit. And we all say, Amen. Mekor abracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mekor abracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Good Shabbos. When our children were younger, and I guess to some extent still, though they're now adults, when our children were younger, we used to like to play riddles with them. It's fun and engaging, but also it asks them to sharpen their way of thinking. And sometimes riddles have a quirky answer, and sometimes they're just a riddle. You're just supposed to think about them. There's actually not an answer to them. So I was thinking about one of them today that was always fun. We always loved talking about this. And still, sometimes it comes up in our conversations. If you have a car has hundreds, thousands of parts, right? So if you change a spark plug, is it a different car or the same car? It's the same car, right? You just change the spark plug. If you change tire on the car, it's not like you have a different car because you changed the tire on the car. What if you changed all the tires? Still the same car? Still the same car, right? Change all the spark plugs, all the tires, windshield wipers. In fact, you could change a lot of the parts, and it'd still be the same car. What if slowly, over the course of a year, 1 a day, 2 a day, you changed every single part in the car, 1 at a time? And each time you're only changing one part, and you'd say, well, it's just one part, right? It's still the same car. Even if I said, what if you changed the fender, something big, right? No, still. Even if you change the engine, you would probably say, well, it's still the car, same car, it just has a new engine. Right? Is it the same car? Well, what if you changed every single piece of the car over? Still be the same car? Well, right, there you go. It depends on how you define a car. You see, we're forced to think a little differently, right? As, is the car really just a collection of its pieces? Is it something larger than just the individual things that make up the larger thing? And, in case you didn't know, we're not really talking about cars. Okay, it's interesting about cars, and we always did that, but it's really also about us. It's a question about us. We, by the way, actually meet this condition physically. Right? Every single one of us is 100% not the same collection of cells that we were when we were born. Right? We're constantly sloughing off cells and growing new cells. That's actually what life is. Right? It's this constant regeneration of cells. So certainly I would say, if I clipped my fingernails, right, still the same person? Of course you are, right? Everybody clips their fingernails, right? What if I clip all of them at once? Still the same? Yeah, of course, still the same. And shave my head. What if I shave my head? What if I shave my beard? I'm still the same person. Out of that might really, well, I once didn't have it. Right? So I grew a beard. Did I become a different person because I grew the beard? What if I replace a hip or a knee? Both hips, both knees. Valves in my heart, right? Pieces of my ear and wrist, fingers. I mean, at what point, right? Or are we really just a collection of our parts? Or is there something more to us that transcends all of it? It depends how you define a car. And it's not just our body that I'm speaking of. It's also our experiences. I'm 57 years old. There you go. Big mystery is solved. I'm 57 years old. I'm really not the same person that I was when I was 47 years old. And that's only 10 years ago. Right? A lot happened in 10 years. A lot. All the things that happen in a person's life between, a decade. And I would say I'm really not the same person. But of course, am the same person. Right? That I, whatever that me is that transcends all the parts of me, that happened to me too. All those things that I now have, those other things, that was me. Even though physically I am a different person. Whole new collection of cells. And experientially, I'm a whole new person. A decade more of year and experience and of development. And just to make the point, let's go back to not when I was 47, but to when I was 17. Right? Like, dust off some dusty corners of my brain. Do we have to? That's good. Yes, we have to. Am I the same? No. Obviously, I'm not the same person as I was when I was 17. So when I was 17, right? It was a completely different person. And yet, also very much the same person. First of all, in my body, I've had some integrity in my body. The same genes, same chromosomes. It's me, same me. In fact, if you look at old pictures, you kind of see it, right? Everybody's like that. You can sort of see, oh yeah, I can see, despite the 40 years in between. Now I want you to not think just about the full arc of your life, are you the same person? But I want to even shrink it down, just into this week. Are you really the same person you were when you started the week? What if I took one experience away from this week? Or 2 or 3? Would that really, that would start to suddenly change who you are. And all those experiences from the time we were 17 until the time we were 57, they're just individual components, really, right? If I forget one of those days, I forget more than one. We're not just the collection of all the experiences we've ever had. That's not it. It's a lot of who we are. It's what our automobile looks like on the outside. It's the continuity of our life. But it is not who we are. We're something far more transcendent. Before the parts were assembled, there was a soul, a spirit, a part of the divine breath. And that's what Shabbat is about, getting back in touch with. It's not about our experience. It's not about what we did this week. It's not about all the labor that we put in. It's not about our history and all the things that have happened to us. It's not about all the things that occupy our mind. It's about letting go of all those things so that we can be renewed and restored, and that we can reconnect with that part of us that transcends all of the rest of the parts and is who we really, really are. So that is really my wish for you this Shabbat, is that you find some small amount of time to really reconnect with a deep, deep part of who you are. Not one defined by all the labor and experience of the week, but something that really transcends. Good Shabbos. All right, let's conclude our service with Aleinu, the end of the service and the Mourner's Kaddish. If you please stand, and Rob, will you come? Rob, will you come and open the ark? For Aleinu, page 586, second paragraph. Okay, it just slides. There's a little wand there, and just slide across, nice and easy. Yep. Good. I'm going to stand right over there. There you go. And when it's time to close, you close. That's good. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gdula leotzer reshit, shelo asanu goyei aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpechot adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Adonai, you spread out the heavens, you establish the earth, you are majestic abode is in the heavens above, and your mighty presence in the loftiest of heights. You are our God, and there is none else. You are our sovereign without compare. Know then this day and take it to heart that Adonai is surely God in the heavens above and on the earth below. There is none else. Kakatu b'toratecha, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Together we sing. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom ahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Good, nice. This week, you can sit for a moment. This week we mark yahrzeits for Sylvia Fletcher and Isaac Andrews and Barbara Dimkowski and Barbara Weiss. Jackie, you want to say a little something about? Nice. Wow. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's how we make their memories a blessing, is by talking about them. We also continue to mourn those who passed in the last year and those who are we're mourning for during Shloshim. Nicholas Collins, Ed Gallup, Frank Perrone, Barbara Babbitt, Eugene Schmuckler, John McPeak, Dennis Clausen, Ellie Freed, Curtis Young, Dave Bogart, and Roland Jolin. Yep. Teheni Shmotam Tzurot B'tzur Chaim. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life, and may their memories continue to be a blessing. We stand and say the Mourner's Kaddish together, page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach irutei, ve'amlich malchutei, b'chaye chon u'vyome chon, u'vchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'yimeru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lomei olmayav. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yithadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudsha berichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Please be seated. Just a couple of announcements tonight. First of all, good Shabbos. And thanks again for being here with us, and thank you if you joined us online. I'll be here tonight and also tomorrow, and please join us tomorrow morning for services. Also tomorrow afternoon for our Hanukkah party. It's going to be a really nice day tomorrow, so please join us anytime throughout the day. Want to thank our sound crew, Denise and Jeannie back there, and Judy, for helping to make it sound good tonight, so thank you very much. Jeannie, other announcements?
Current CDC guidelines, TBD has gone mask optional for those who are fully vaccinated. Masks are still required for anyone not fully vaccinated. Please consider joining us in the sanctuary to worship as a community. Continue to read your TBD emails for announcements and event details. We want to thank the Ginsburg family for sponsoring our ONEG tonight in memory of Bobby's husband, Ed.
Good. Anybody else? Announcements? Anything? No? Great. Let's join together for Kiddush out in the social hall. Shabbat Shalom.